So we made it to Brawl today. We ended up building this car very, very quickly, and Steven named it Cockroach. But we just passed tech. We've taken 2 attempts to pass tech. They didn't like how much glass was left in it and stuff like that. But let's fill you in where we are today. We're in Lindsay, Ontario at Fall Brawl. We have Tucker over here that's got a heifer hauler. So he's out here and he's gonna be doing the school bus heat. Yes, we're gonna have a GoPro in there. We have Kevin over here right now, which is running the metric GM class. Unfortunately, he just broke a rocker arm on this. So he is jumped in the car with Rick Clark and they're heading to his house to see if, oh, he's back. So hopefully he's got a rocker arm to get this thing going. We just actually pushed it all the way up to get past tech. Did you get the parts you need, Kevin?
I got 2 of them.
Perfect. So we are gonna be having a GoPro in this, a GoPro in the Bug. Josh is, Envoy's already passed tech and gone all the way up there because he's in the Rumble. So he's gotta go up there. So let's do some looking around. So they're running a couple different classes today. Figure 8, Windshield Mini, Impact Mini, stuff like that. So you're gonna see quite a different build of cars. This right here, I believe, is Impact Mini. You allowed any tires, any bumpers, lots of different rules. I think you're allowed to build all your own suspension. And then I believe this one's Figure 8. I think that one's Figure 8. It's gonna be pretty hard to get all, It's gonna be extremely hard to get all these cars here, but I'm gonna do my best. There's still a lot of people trying to pass tech out there. So, got a 9802. Looks like we got some teams over here. We got green and gray. It's an HHR. I think that's a newer Camry and a Civic. Quite a different assortment of cars. Got a Figure 8 guy that you've seen around here quite a bit. This one here is a Yukon. Apparently that kid's got a spider on him. Another Figure 8 guy coming in. So the Figure 8 spots here were extremely hard to get, and they pretty much sold out the day that Fall Brawl was announced. So we did not get a Figure 8 spot. You guys know how much I like my avalanches. They can all get off my property because I hate them. But there's quite a bit different amount of cars here. I'm gonna try my best to see what I can get. We got ourselves a nice Camry over here. Very well built. They also have a new class here. So they have stock trucks and then they have windshield trucks. I'm not sure which one this one falls into. It's probably stock trucks. Little Hyundai over here. That's probably windshield. Impala's probably windshield. We got this Echo, probably windshield class. Sometimes it's hard to tell because there's, got a Lexus coming in and a Subaru. Subarus, man, I like my Subarus. Honda over there. Another windshield car over here. That one's windshield, right? No. No, what is it? Pardon?
It's no windshield.
No, but what class are you running?
Youth heat.
Youth heat. Oh, okay. Just curious.
Okay.
So a lot of the guys are not going to be at their trailers because they're trying to pass tech, but there's quite a bit of cars out here. Some of the Camrys are pretty hurt, like that one over there, but I bet you they're still going to put one heck of a fight. I've had a couple people come up to me and tell me they want cameras in their cars, so we're probably going to be putting the cameras in quite a bit of guys' cars here today. So that looks like a windshield truck, sorry, stock truck. This one here looks like a windshield truck. That one looks like a windshield Camry, but you can't run Camrys in windshield, so that one's probably Impact or Youth. We got a whole bunch of windshield cars over here. We got a whole bunch of Windshield cars over here. Figure 8 guy over there. We guys seen him in Brampton running. Another figure 8 guy. The figure 8's a huge, huge class. They actually limit it, I think, to 15 or 20 cars here. So if they didn't, honestly, I think they'd have over 100 figure 8 cars here. So like I said, unfortunately, I didn't get into the figure 8 cutoff. That's a big old girl right there. Oh, look at the back of this Camry. Tell me you've had a rough life. I feel for this Camry. Half of my Camrys are at this point. Still tough though. This looks like an Avenger or something. Camry over here. So we got quite a bit of cars here. PT Cruiser, Matrix, Fusion. These Fusions in stock class are lighting the world up. And Elantra, I think these things are amazing in stock class. They kind of hold their own amazingly good. Mazda 3, not a big fan of those, cut the bumpers off. And we got ourselves, it looks like a Windshield truck over here. So up here, we got a, I think that's a stock truck. Yeah, that's definitely a stock truck. School bus over here. I think this was in here last year. That looks like a Windshield truck. Another school bus. The school buses are super popular here. I think it puts on a great show for everybody. I think these are all maybe youth cars over here. Not 100% sure. How's it going? So these ones here could be, I think they're Impact Pro or they're youth. I'm not 100% sure. We got a Caravan with a crazy bumper on it. We got an Envoy over here. This thing here looks like it's gonna go out and have a good time. Not much, man. Got a school bus with 27s on it. Those are some big tires on this thing. Are they 27s or 16.5s? Oh, those are 16.5s. Those are some big ass tires. They're gonna get some traction out there. What is this little thing? Impact Pro. This is an Elantra. This is a newer Elantra. Pretty cool. It's been shortened right up to sub mounts, has a good bumper on it, some threaded rod. I'm gonna be keeping my eye on this one. 51, Jake. We're gonna be seeing how well this thing does. I'm interested to see this one, that's for sure. I don't get too interested in too many vehicles because I see how things do, but that one there is pretty interesting build, the Elantra. I'd love to see how that thing actually does. This school bus here looks pretty damn mangled. But there is some parts vendors here. Let's go see what they got. So this is R&R Derby Supply by Rick Clark. Got quite a bit of shirts for sale. Headers, tires, all that fun stuff. The cars are still coming in. Should have brought my golf cart. It would have made driving around a lot easier here today. Quite good part selection over there. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go take a look at the track. Last year the track was kind of softer. They were having some horse shows here and it didn't really feel great on the cars. So this year here, I think they fixed it up. I think they put down a lot more limestone and I think it's gonna be a much, much harder track. But the other thing I forgot is actually all the junk run rumble cars are up here. So we can inspect some of these junk run rumbles. But, oh, it's nice to be back here in Lindsay though, I'll tell you that. I don't come here too much, but it's nice to be here. It's an Envoy. Dodge Caravan, Ford Ranger. These Rangers like to break in half, so that thing might be pretty interesting to watch. Caravan. Colorado with the factory bumper. You're gonna have a rough day, buddy. Caravan. Jurassic Park Caravan. Josh's Envoy. That thing's gonna have a GoPro in it. Another Colorado with a G body on the front of it. Ranger over here. Is that a Santa Fe? That's a Santa Fe. Look at the tires on this Santa Fe.
You mean Santa Fe?
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe.
Oh.
That thing looks like it could be like a little drift car.
Yeah, it does. It looks like those tricycles that go down the hill, and
Power wheels.
he's shortened this thing up quite a bit. I think that one's a Dodge of some kind. Caravan right there. Another clean Envoy. Caravan. So it always basically comes down to like one or two Caravans, one or two Siennas, and then the Envoys, man. Envoys have never been able to pull out a win here just because of how long you have to last. It'd be cool to see an Envoy pull it off today. A couple pleats on that old girl in there. Good bumper on it. So you're gonna see the difference between a late 90s, early 2000s to a late 2000s Caravan here today. They do Derby completely differently. Sienna, oh buddy. This thing's not having a good time in the front. But the back of it still looks like it's got quite a bit. This thing here has been around the block. This is Dan Shear's front wheel drive Envoy. Hopefully it does pretty good today. So they're running the metric class, and I think it's only GM metric cars, so that's like 77 and newer, allowed in the class. And like these cars here are some pretty clean cars. I have not seen a 90s GM with that clean a frame in a long time. I don't think that's from Ontario, but there's a lot of them coming out of the woodwork over here. These cars here have been having a really hard time competing in the pro stock and the basically against Fords. And so they built their own class for them here, and it's gonna be super interesting to see how they do. You're allowed 1 or 2 plates on them from factory. So they already have plates on them. They're freaking tall. I think they're gonna be doing very, very good. This is the class that I would like to run. That one there is a 03 and newer. These guys over here changing out some Camry parts. That's a nice looking Yukon right there. There's another metric over there. You got a bumper swapped G5 over here, so that must be running impact compacts. I wonder if he's done spindle swaps. I can't tell from here from the bolt pattern, but I hope he's done them. We got a Camry over here. Caravan. A Camry, I think that's a youth one because it's got 2 seats. Yukon XL. That's a big old truck right there. It's a big old girl. And then over here is actually a car that I sold Mr. Scrappy here quite some time ago. It is my old Intrepid. He calls it Gold Member. That's a good one. So I have to go out there and try to beat my own car. It's not going to be fun. These Intrepids are extremely tough in the back. Figure 8 over here. We have the inspection tent inside of here, but unfortunately, due to the fact that my car is already past tech, I'm not allowed in there. They only want drivers in there with their vehicles, no tech crews, no nothing. So you got to respect the promoters and give them their space to do their job efficiently and effectively. But I think it's going pretty smooth today. Usually there's a huge line, but it doesn't look like we have the huge line here today. So they're actually pumping through them pretty quick. Look at these hooligans speeding around. This here looks like a windshield truck to me. It'd be like a 95 F-150, 90, 96, 97. Sounds like it's being quick started almost to death. Hopefully it fires up for them. She's trying. We got a whole bunch of trucks down here. We got Jeffy's Fab Farm over here with his Yukon XL. A whole bunch of other guys down there with their trucks as well. Guys, there is a lot of vehicles here. They're doing a raffle on this bus, so people are buying tickets. I've even bought a couple. Hopefully I win, I can get in there and do some of that bussing. Quite a bit of cars here today. It's good to see all these big old rear-wheel drives come out. It's pretty hard to find them, but you know what? Like this company here made a class pretty much just for them. Like these cars here would have such a hard time competing with the 03 and newers, but the fact that they can run by themselves makes a huge world of a difference. Fall Brawl seems to have like some high quality cars at it, I will tell you that. A Yukon non-XL. Metric GM right there. Look at the BKMs on the back of there, BKMTs or whatever. I like those tires. Those are my favorite tires. Cavalier. Going into Pro Mini, a Cavalier. I like to live life risky. Good luck. Another Cavalier for Windshield class. Let's Bang Motorsports out here representing a Nissan Sentra. These old Nissans, man, they do not like to die. They may not be super tough, but they hold on. My buddy Cody Vella ran one of these, but his was a Type R. It really held together really, really good. A Hyundai Santa Fe over here. This is the second Santa Fe here for junk class. This thing is some tall. That's an aggressive looking frame. I think he maybe had some problems at Tech with his front bumper, so he's fixing that up. He'll get back out there though. Another school bus out here. What are you doing all the way up here? What are you doing up here? Oh, nice. Another Windshield Cavalier. Oh, look at this V8 over here, guys. She may be beat up, but she's still pretty tough. We got a Jurassic Park Explorer, two-door. That's kind of rare. Is it an Explorer or is that that might be an old Yukon, two-wheel drive Yukon. I'm not sure. Toyota Matrix. The newer Matrix is here. And then over here is your figure 8 corner. All you figure 8 guys over here. And then one of our buddies over here, River's got a metric wagon. He's running Humpty Dumpty. We'll have to see how he does. Some very well cars built over here. Well guys, that is our tour around Impact Fall Brawl 2025. We're back here at our cockroach little bug thing, but I'm tired. This has been a lot of walking and this is gonna be a long day. It's probably gonna be here until 2 a.m. We're gonna try to film as much as we can and We'll get back to you guys. Have yourselves a great day. Make sure you stay tuned for all the Derby action.